Before I start planting this year, I wanted to share with you guys what I'll be growing this season and all of the tools that I'll be using to grow those things. Come along, y'all. One look and I breathe. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miss Yancy, and on this channel I share with you guys my gardening journey, garden to table lifestyle, and all of the things. Okay, before the season start, I wanted to come on here and share with you guys what I'll be growing this season and some of the things that I was gifted from Vego Garden that I will be using in my garden this year. So stay tuned to the end of this video so you can see all of the things, because we will be doing some unboxing of some gifts that I got from Vego Garden, which I'm so excited. Last season was so amazing. When I tell you guys, I grew a ton of stuff. When I tell you I started over 500 pepper seeds, it was crazy. It was crazy. I am the pepper queen. Yes, ask about me in the comments, okay? I am the pepper queen. I grew over 15 different types of peppers last year. I probably grew like 20 different types of peppers last year. I have a relatively small garden. I grow in raised beds, grow bags, and containers, and I plan on continuing to do that this year as well, with the addition of adding 2 new raised beds in my garden this year, because you know the girls can't go around here, child. I am trying to add 2 raised beds that's like the one that I got from Vego Garden, that's a little bit, you know, higher. It should help me a little bit with my back. If you garden, you already know this is some back breaking work, but it doesn't have to be if you have the right things to grow your food in. I'm gonna put some clips in here so y'all can see the baddie of the garden. When I tell you guys that raised bed really helped a lot, and I grew a ton of cantaloupes in our raised beds. Oh my gosh, I love that raised bed so much. I am looking to add 2 more to my garden this year, and I would like to expand my garden as much as I can. It's not expanding in my backyard, but you know, in the small space that I do have, I'm just trying to maximize on the space, and that's some of the things that I want to teach you guys on the channel. So this year, I am growing the same exact things that I grew last year. I'm growing over 15 different types of peppers, and all of these peppers that I grew last year, I harvested all of the seeds. So yes, you can finally see those seeds in my Etsy store. I have listed them in there, and I also plan on going live with you guys as I package some of them, just so y'all can see the process, because oh my god, it was not easy harvesting those seeds. If y'all see the amount of peppers that I harvested last year, I will enter some clips in here for y'all to see a lot of the peppers that I harvested last year. I also harvested a ton of those seeds, and I had to process them. Oh my god, it was back-breaking work, but it was worth it, because I don't ever have to go to the grocery store to ever purchase pepper ever again. Everything that we eat in my house, I grow it, as much things as I can. I grew watermelon, I grew cantaloupe, I grew over 15 peppers, I grew herbs, I grew grapes, I grew raspberries. Oh my gosh, I grew all of the things, okay? All of the things. I grew 1 cucumber. We're not gonna discuss the cucumber gate, but yeah, I grew 1 cucumber. Tomatoes, oh my gosh, it's tomatoes galore. So like I said, this year I'll be repeating some of the same exact things that I grew last year. I'll just be adding onto it, and I don't know why I'm adding anything onto it, because I don't have any space in my garden, but I might scale back a little bit on the quantity of like grow bags that I grew certain things in, and replace that with something else. So let's get into some of the things that I will be growing this year, because your girl is coming back, and she's coming back with a bang, okay? She's coming back with a bang. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all got y'all seeds. I already told y'all the seeds are in the Etsy store. Don't say I didn't tell y'all, because we will be starting pepper seeds, okay? All right, so some of the peppers that I grew last year that I will be growing again this year are sweet peppers. Last year I grew bell peppers. I'm also growing that this year. I grew the mini bell pepper. Oh my gosh, the mini bell peppers are so delicious. They're like this tiny, but they're super sweet, and I really think that you guys should grow it. First of all, it looks so beautiful in the garden. Just seeing them tiny little miniature dwarf looking peppers, and they're really delicious in salads, so I would definitely will be growing those again. I used to love just picking them and eating them, okay? They're that delicious. So I will be growing those this year. Some of the super spicy peppers plus exotic peppers that I grew last year, I will be growing that this year as well, such as habaneros, scotch bonnet, cayenne pepper, the spicy Thai peppers, the regular Thai peppers, which is spicy, but it's not as spicy as the spicy Thai pepper. The spicy Thai pepper is giving cayenne pepper vibes, and I love those peppers, and they're really cool to also dehydrate to turn into like pepper flakes and things like that. It is great making seasonings with all of the things that you grew. So I really hope that you guys take advantage of the seeds that I'm going to list in the store, because those are some peppers that people typically don't grow, and they're really hard to find. And if you do find them in the store, they will be expensive. That's why I grow my own, especially the habanero and scotch bonnets. I don't know why they're so expensive. I mean, I guess I know why they're expensive, because technically a lot of it, they don't grow them in the United States. They're grown in parts of Asia and Africa. So a lot of those peppers, they're imported into the country. So I guess that's why they are expensive. Why pay that when you could grow them yourself? I'm the pepper queen, and I'm gonna teach you how to be the pepper queen or king, okay? Or some other exotic peppers that I grew in my garden that are also spicy were lemon drop, buona mulata, and peppercini. Some other exotic peppers that I grew last year that I will be growing this year are Hungarian and the Luchauer paprika. Those are really good to like roast or smoke, dehydrate, and then turn it into smoked paprika. They are really good, y'all. They're really good. They're also really good in stews. And by the way, I love the buona mulatas and the lemon drop in some salad. Oh my gosh, they're extremely spicy. So I just want to let y'all know. Slice a little bit, put it in your salad, and add a kick to it. I love the smell of the lemon drop. It smells amazing. It is a beaut. And a little fun fact about the lemon drop peppers, when I tell you guys, that pepper grows huge. Like, it doesn't grow like super tall, it grows wide and it spreads. One of the mistakes that I made last year was growing it near the other peppers. Like, I had it in a 10-gallon grow bag and I had it sitting next to other peppers, because you know I'm trying to maximize on space and stuff, and I always try to grow my food vertically, try to train them to go up. But with the lemon drop, it was kind of difficult to do that because they actually grow wide and that's their preferred method of growing. So they were basically hovering over the other peppers. So I had to move around some of the other pepper bags just so those peppers can also get, you know, sunlight and get all of the nutrients that it needs to thrive. So if you're gonna purchase the seeds, I'm just letting you guys know that it grows wide. So just make sure that you have like a dedicated space where it doesn't take up that much space, but it can take up a lot of space. Unless, you know, as it grows, you're cutting the branches. That's one of the things that you could do. As it gets wide, you could cut the branches so that you could control how wide it gets. I didn't do that. I like my plant to be them. If you like being yourself, allow your plants to be themselves, let them grow the way they want. But of course, you could give it a little nudge to help it grow in the direction that you want. And vertically will always win for me because it saves on a lot of space and it makes you maximize the other spaces around you to grow other things. A super cool pepper that I grew last year was peppercini. I had no idea that peppercinis grew that way, and I believe that there are different type of peppercinis. I'm not sure which type this one was, but it actually grew like upwards. I've never seen peppers grow that way, and it was super cool. And the plant wasn't like a huge bush. It was like a small, you know, little plants, but it grew a ton of peppers. And I grew it in a 5-gallon grow bag. I'm sure if I grew it in like a 10-gallon grow bag, I probably was going to produce much more of those peppers, but I grew it in a 5-gallon grow bag, and honestly I was okay with it because I was overwhelmed with the amount of peppers I grew anyway. I grew millions of peppers, as you guys saw. And if you're new here, I will link down some videos in the description of this video just so you can see some of the peppers that I'm talking about. You can see those harvesting videos and just see how they grow and see the amount that I was getting every single day from the garden. Oh my God, I'm not complaining. It was amazing, but it was definitely overwhelming. So, you know, you pray for abundance. When that abundance comes, you better know how to handle it, okay? Because it will come. So other things that I plan on growing in my garden this year that I did not grow last year, I went into like the greens and the herbs family. I will be growing spinach this year. I will be growing collard greens. I will be growing the sweet potato leaves. Now, sweet potato leaves, they are very viney plant and they require a trellis. They require some help. They're beautiful the way they grow. So if you have like a balcony, you could literally let it grow like a green flower wall. You could train it onto like your balcony, onto your porch or anything like that, and let the sweet potato leaves grow on it, and just letting it wind around the area that is growing in, because it is such a beautiful plant when it grows. It's even one of those plants that you can grow in like a flower pot, like a hanging flower pot, and then allow it to like drop down, and you could like hang it, you know, around your porch area. It is a beautiful, like, it's beautiful. And of, you know, you're eating it, so as you harvest, it's gonna grow. As you harvest, it's gonna grow. It grows a lot. It's very viney, so be very mindful of that if you do choose to grow sweet potato leaves. Sweet potato leaves are extremely delicious and is very nutritional. So we cook that in my culture. It's one of my favorite soup in my culture. That's one of the recipes that I will be adding to my Miss Yancy Kitchen channel. Stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed to Miss Yancy Kitchen, make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on that channel, because that's where I'm going to be posting all of my recipes for a lot of my West African dishes, especially Liberian food. It's a plant that if you are very creative, you can make it look like a flower. Of course, y'all remember we grew some jute leaf last year. It was in abundance. I will be growing that this year. Again, it's a staple in my house. It's a staple in my culture. It's one of the main dishes that we eat. You know, the jute leaf, we cook palava sauce. My Liberian people, palava sauce, you know what it is. Delicious. Sierra Leoneans eat it too. Many parts of Asia eat it. I know many parts of West Africa, they cook it in different ways. So that's just something I'm gonna grow this year again. Like, that's gonna be like a recurring thing that I grow every year. I am going to attempt again to grow collard greens. The first time I attempted to grow it, it was great until those nasty little bugs came and started decorating the collard green leaves and leaving all these big old holes in it. Ooh, thinking about it like just creeped me out, because it just looks so nasty. It looks so nasty when the bugs eat it, and I was just over it, like those little caterpillars. Think about it, just like make my skin crawl. Ooh. I'm gonna attempt again to grow it this year, but this year I'm gonna be more protective of it. I'm gonna make sure I cover it and cross my fingers and pray and hope that those nasty caterpillars do not get them. I will show you guys some natural ways to make sure that doesn't happen. On this channel, we are a natural living channel. We do not use chemicals in our garden. We try to be as natural as possible. There's way too much toxins in this world that we already consume. If we can help it, let's make sure our food is toxic free. So I'll give you guys some ideas on how to do that. And then of course, with the herbs this year, I am going to be very intentional about the type of herbs that I grow. I'm on a health journey for my personal health. I really need to be very mindful of what I consume this year, and just moving forward in my life. I ain't getting no younger. I have to make sure that I prioritize my health this year for many reasons, and so I am trying to grow more herbs. I'm not sure exactly the type of herbs that I'm going to grow this year, but I do have some things in mind. I'm going to write them down, and when I do purchase those seeds, I'll let you guys know which herbs that I'm growing. I grew a ton of herbs last year too. I grew rosemary, cilantro, parsley. I grew oregano. Oh my gosh, I grew so much oregano. I grew a ton of stuff last year, and some of those things are perennials. Oregano and rosemary, they're like perennials. They are winter hardy, so they will come back again. I grew lavender last year as well. Those are winter hardy also. Those are things I don't have to constantly replant. Something that I do have to replant that's not winter hardy are things like basil, and I grew a ton of basil last year. So those are things that's going to be consistent that I will be growing every single year, like peppers, the herbs, and the greens. Those are things that are constant that I will be growing every single year, and I'm doing it again this year. It's just that last year I didn't grow collard greens, I didn't grow spinach, which I should have, because I eat a lot of spinach, like a lot of spinach. I use it in my smoothies, I cook it in different meals. I don't know why I didn't grow spinach last year. I think I was just overwhelmed. And then also spinach, you need to grow a ton of it for you to be able to eat it the way we eat it in my house. The way I cook it, we need like a ton of it. And spinach, they shrink just like many greens, but spinach really shrink when you cook it, so you need to grow a lot of it. So you need to dedicate like a big space to make sure that you have like a bunch of it in that space. And this year I am going to dedicate that space for my spinach. Gotta figure out which bed that's going to be happening in, but it's happening this year because I'm tired of purchasing it at the grocery store when I could just grow it in my backyard. On to some fruiting crops that I will be growing this year in my garden that I also grew last year. Because why? we grow food that we eat in my house. I don't just grow things that my family don't eat. Don't grow things just because it look pretty or it looks cool or you think it's easy to grow. Make sure you're growing things that you actually eat so that you can master your skill of growing other things. The more you grow what you eat, the less you need to go to the grocery store and purchase things that you have no clue how it was grown. Onto the fruiting crops that we will be growing this year again are things like watermelon, cantaloupe. My husband purchased some fruit. It looks like a cantaloupe slash a honeydew. So on the outside, it looks like a cantaloupe. You like the color. And then when we sliced it open, it was green on the inside, looking like a honeydew. So I don't know if the scientists have went to do something and create a honeydew cantaloupe hybrid. I don't know if they did something like that and that was created, but I saved the seeds from it because he liked it. So I will grow that this year and we'll see how that's gonna go. But I will also be growing honeydew this year. Last year I grew crimson sweet watermelon. This year I'm going to also grow crimson sweet watermelon, and then I'm gonna grow the small watermelon. My husband was saying that he wanted me to grow like the yellow watermelon, so I'm gonna go look for seeds for those yellow watermelons and just try something different. But long story short, we're growing watermelon this year. It's just we're gonna grow like different varieties this year. I'm probably gonna grow like maybe 2 or 3 types of watermelon. Now watermelon takes a lot of space, and remember on this channel we grow vertically. We try to maximize the space. It looks like I have a ton of space. That's because I know how to maximize the space that I do have to grow in. Some of the ways that I did that was growing vertically, and last year I grew my watermelon vertically and I grew it on my chain link fence, which helped a lot. It saved a lot of space because the crimson sweet, they're huge and the vines are super long. So I just allowed the vines, like I weaved it in between my chain link fence, and that was my trellis, which really helped. And then I used like a makeshift hammock to hold the watermelon up so that it does not fall off the vine as it got bigger. And I have a video showing you exactly how I created that hammock to basically support my watermelon, and I will link that video down below as well. And then y'all know the baddie of the garden, the cantaloupe. I grew it vertically as well in my Vego Garden raised bed, and oh my gosh, it was definitely the baddie of the garden because it just brought beauty in my garden. It was like grown on this trellis that I created that I got from Tractor Supply. It was a cattle panel and it is very sturdy, y'all. So if you are choosing to grow your melons like me vertically, please make sure the trellis that you are going to get, wherever you get it from, make sure it's something that's sturdy. I use cattle panels because cattle panels are for cattle, so they're extremely sturdy and they can hold things such as huge melons, and they did very well. Very well. And man, when I tell you guys, we had so much cantaloupe we did not know what to do with. But my goal this year is to also donate to food pantries and stuff like that. You guys gave me like really good, great ideas last year. So this year, that's gonna be one of the things that I do like towards the end of the season. And it's like in abundance, I'm totally gonna do that. Some other ideas some of you guys were giving me was to have like my own little like farmer's market, especially with the exotic plants that I grow that naturally do not grow in the United States. I am gonna do that. So for all of my LIB people, my Liberians, my Caribbeans, if you guys are looking for things like Scotch bonnets, habaneros, kitile, bitter ball, things like that, I will be selling those this year, as well as the jute leaf. So we'll see how that goes, okay? We'll see how that goes. If you're in the DMV area and you want to place your order, let me know, okay? I intend to, you know, do stuff like that this year. Maybe, you know, participate in a farmer's market, and as well as donating to food pantries and things like that. So another thing that I will be growing that I grew last year is my bitter ball. Last year, I grew a ton of bitter ball. I still have some in my freezer. And my bitter ball, they're very medicinal. Tabagi is one of my favorite Liberian foods, and that's what we use for bitter ball. But bitter ball is very medicinal. It's used in a lot of medicine. It is bitter, that's why it's called bitter ball. I think you guys should grow it. I'm gonna have the seeds in my store. It is bitter. You could look into different ways on how you can cook your bitter ball. I've seen people talk about, like, you know, from different cultures, how they prepare their bitter ball. So look into how it's made, you know, in the different cultures, and see, you know, which one you like, or just buy for medicinal purposes and eat it. Is very healthy, like very healthy. Definitely will clean out your system. I'm telling you, you will go to the bathroom, okay? Even by boiling it and drinking the water, it is going to clean out your system. So look into it if you're interested. You know, do all your research. If you like it, you want to grow something different, see how it's like. And if you don't like it, sell it, because I promise you, in whatever area you live in, if there are librarians and you put it on Facebook Marketplace, they're going to come and buy it, especially because it was grown at home. So those are some of the fruiting crops that I'll be growing this year. What kind of fruiting crops will you be growing? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're going to be growing any of these things that I just mentioned in the comments, because all of the seeds are in the store. Okay, don't say I didn't tell you. Another thing I forgot to mention that I also grew last year were eggplant. Oh my gosh, eggplant and bitterball, they're all in the same family. And when I tell you that I grew a ton of eggplants, oh my gosh, I grew the Black Beauty eggplant, and I do have those seeds in the store as well. They're so beautiful. They grow really big. I mean, I guess they can grow as big as you want them. You can harvest them at any stage. We fry the eggplant, so I let mine get a little big, and we make it into like a stew, saute it with some onions, peppers, all of the things. Okay, that recipe will also be on my cooking channel, so stay tuned for that on the Miss Yancy kitchen. So eggplant and bitterball, one of the things I want to tell you guys when it comes to spacing, if you're using like a raised bed, do not put them in the same raised bed unless you're going to space them out at least 4 feet. They should be at least 4 feet apart, because eggplant and bitterball, they grow really big and they grow super tall, so you need space for them. I probably grew like 6 eggplant and bitterball in the same, it was like, I think it's a 2x4 raised bed. And when I tell you they were overpowering each other, that's another thing you want to be mindful about the spacing, because you don't want them to compete for nutrients. So I grew too many together in that one little raised bed, and when I tell y'all, it was something else. Because first of all, the bitterball, they grow super tall, they were towering over the eggplant, and then they're each not getting all of the nutrients that they need. So if you want to have an abundance of harvest, you want to grow them separately, or grow maybe like 2, I would say in like a 2x4 raised bed, you want to grow like 2 of those plants in them. You don't want to grow more than that. If you grow more than that, it should just be 3. That's like the maximum in a 2x4 raised bed for like an eggplant and bitterball. And even with the eggplant, you don't want to grow too many eggplant in a small space either. I learned my lesson last year, and so this year I will be doing better with that. And because I am the queen of trying to maximize on space, I try to like grow like 50 things in one little small spot and make it work. But I'm a risk taker when it comes to my garden, and I want you guys to be successful. So that's the reason why I'm giving you guys this little advice. Just be very mindful of that. You know, don't be like me, okay? Because I started regretting it as the plant started to get bigger. Don't say I didn't tell you. Say I didn't tell you. Another thing, when it comes to the bitterball and the eggplant, they will need support. The eggplant, they grow super big. They're very heavy, so they need support. One of the ways that I supported my eggplant and my bitterball last year, I used stakes, and I put the stakes inside of it, and then I used like a clip to clip the eggplant stem, the main stem, to the stake, and that's how I supported it last year. The bitterball, they grow super tall. Sometimes they grow really wide, and the eggplant, they grow tall and wide as well. But the eggplant, they're more fragile. The stem is more fragile than the bitterball stem. It can snap really easily, so you want to make sure that you are supporting them as you're growing them. A lot of these plants that I'm mentioning, they will need support, especially if you're growing in a small space and you're growing it vertically. You want to get clips to like clip it to whatever thing that you're growing it on vertically, so that they don't fall and topple over. Even the peppers, all of my peppers that I grew vertically, I needed to support them, because peppers grow heavy, especially things like bell peppers and things like that. They're super heavy for the plant, and they're going to topple over. They're going to be laying down to the ground. And mind you, if you're somebody that's trying to save on space, you can't have that happening. You need something to support them so they don't fall on top of each other, just so they can all also get the nutrients that they need from the sun. They need good airflow, they need the sun, so you need to be able to grow them in a way where they're going to get all of those things simultaneously so that they can be successful. So remember, you are going to need to support all of those things that I just mentioned, especially if you want to maximize on space, growing them vertically. I have those little clips in my Amazon store if you would like to get them. I will add some stakes in my Amazon store, but the stakes, you can go and get them at Lowe's, any department store that has a garden center. You can go and get those stakes from there. Also, you could make your own makeshift stakes. If you grow food in your backyard, go and find some sticks that fell from the many trees. Okay, I'm speaking for myself. I have many trees in my backyard and things are always falling, so I take advantage of, you know, those things as well. Another great place that you can go to find inexpensive things for your garden is Facebook Marketplace. So you can look on there and see if people are selling stakes or anything that can support, you know, your plants that way. Alrighty, So on to the next. So now we're about to talk about some root vegetables, okay? So some of the root vegetables that I'm gonna try to grow this year. You hear me say try, right? Because I tried in the past and it was a failure. But this year I'm actually gonna try. I'm gonna try, I promise. And these are things that I cook with consistently, and you guys know this because every time I cook, what is the base of everything that I cook with you guys? Onions, garlic, ginger. So I will be growing those this year. I'm saying I will be growing it. I am proclaiming that it will grow successfully. Now we're going to be doing this together because this is going to be my second time around trying to do this again and hoping that it's going to be successful. So you guys bear with me, okay? Yay! Those things, they require their own garden bed. So I think I'm going to grow them in grow bag this year. The first time I tried growing the onions and garlic, I grew all of them, you know, together. Garlic and onions can grow together. And I grew them in the raised beds, and I had a ton of allium, leaf miners, those bugs that you can't see, but they're there doing gangster work. They ate all of my onions and garlic. It was a tragedy, a Greek tragedy. I'm telling y'all, it was a tragedy. And it discouraged me so much because I grew over 50 onions and garlic and they were beautiful. They look gorgeous. And then one day I came back and they were all like laying flat. Like all the leaves were laying flat on the ground. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? That's when I learned about the bugs, the allium leaf miners. So be very mindful. You can use garlic and onions as companion plants to keep animals out of your garden because they do not like the smell of garlic and onions, and for certain animals it is toxic for them, like squirrels. You're going to stay away from that bed. But also you need to protect them from the allium leaf miners. If you're growing them to eat, you need to be mindful that there are gangsters that work in the dark, that work undercover, that we cannot see. So this year my plan is to definitely get some type of covering, and I'm gonna keep it covered the entire season until it is ready. I'm not opening that thing up for nobody, okay? So I'm gonna, from the beginning of planting, I'm going to cover it up and just pray for the best. One of the things that I want to attempt at growing again is cassava, and because y'all know we eat cassava a lot in my culture. We eat the cassava leaves and we eat the root, which is the cassava plant. It is a root vegetable like potatoes and things like that that grow in the ground, and it's like yam, very delicious. Doesn't have like a specific flavor. We cook it with a lot of different things. We eat it like the way we eat potatoes. So I want to attempt to grow it this year, but one of the things that I want to attempt with growing it is actually growing it in a container. It needs a lot of space because cassava is one of those plants, they're like roots, like they grow like this, like that, okay? The cassava, so the plant is up top and the cassava is going to be growing like that. And so they need a lot of space for it to grow, for their roots to stretch. And then the plant is almost like a tree. It grows super tall, but it's beautiful, super beautiful, but it takes a lot of space. So I want to attempt to grow it in a container. It's also one of those plants that really, if you grow in a container, you can place in front of your house. It definitely needs full sunshine for sure. It grows super tall. The leaves are big. They're super big. So it's like a tree, right? But it's beautiful. So I would love to attempt to grow it in a container this year, but it has to be, I would say 30 to 50 gallon container. And then also it has a long growing period, just like what I just mentioned, like the garlic, ginger, and onions. They have a long growing period. It needs a lot of days of growing. So I'm trying to see if I want to do that. And if I am going to grow the cassava leaves, I need to purchase the cuttings like now and actually start the growing process. So I'm gonna look into that. If I grow it, I'll let you guys know for sure. But I want to attempt it again. I grew it once, but I did not eat the cassava. It was beautiful in my garden, and you know, it was just one of those things that was looking pretty in my garden. I did not harvest the cassava or the leaves, which is very unfortunate. Let me know in the comments, like if you guys want me to talk about any specific plant that I said I'm growing this year, or if you guys think I should grow something, you know, unique to you guys. Let me know in the comments, because I do want to grow something extremely unique this year from a different culture that, you know, you may eat in your culture. Okay, let me know. Alrighty, and last but not least, what I am growing in the garden this year. These are plants that I already currently have in my garden, and so these are perennials, and they're things that come back every year. So I'm super excited. Super excited. Once you set the plan in motion. You don't ever have to touch it again, but you know, occasionally trim it out and do all of the things. Y'all already know what I'm about to talk about, right? Y'all already know because we had a lot of it last year. Y'all know, of course, the grapes, my beautiful Concord grapes. They are so delicious. They are super sweet. I actually made grape jelly with the grapes that I grew last year. It was just a lot of grapes, y'all. It was, oh my God, it was grape galore. I was like, you get a grape, you get a grape. I was trying to give grapes to everybody. And grapes are one of those plants that grow bigger and bigger every single year. So if you want to scale down the amount of growth, you have to like trim it, you know, before the season start, just to make sure it doesn't spread everywhere, because it can literally spread everywhere. Right now I have it growing on a cattle panel trellis, and it's very beautiful. It's at the entrance of my garden, and then I have some of the vines growing on my chain link fence. But those ones that's growing a chain link fence, I try to manage those by, you know, snipping it, because I don't want it to get out of control, because if I allow it, it's going to grow around my entire fence. And you'll know I need the fence, right? Because I have my watermelon and other plants that I have grown on my fence. Next, one of those things are loofah, and I grew the loofahs this year, and yes, I did get some loofah sponges. I did not get the opportunity to actually eat the fruit, so this year I am going to try to eat it. And I did harvest some seeds. I did not harvest a ton of seeds, but some of the seeds that I harvested, I will put some on my Etsy store. So if you're one of those lucky few that will get them, go ahead and get them, but I'm not going to have a ton of those seeds. But so far, everything that I've been talking about that I'm growing or that I grew last year in my garden, I'm going to have all of those seeds in my store. So take advantage of those, okay? The loofah, that's one that I have to actually start. I have to start the seed process because they're not perennials. They need the heat. Another perennial that I have in my garden are the raspberries. They're the pink champagne raspberries. They're so yummy. I was trying to get rid of it, and I think I told some of you guys to come and get some. And this year, yes, I will be giving some of the sprouts, because they be sprouting everywhere, and I know they're gonna sprout out this year. So once they sprout out where they don't belong, I will pull it out and put it in like a little container. So if you're in a DMV area and you're interested, I will make that announcement when I'm giving it away. If you would like to come and get it, I will have it out here for you guys, but I will leave my raspberries. They're just delicious. And then I love like that I'm growing fruits as well as vegetables. I also have blueberry. Now the blueberry, I am actually strongly considering removing it out of my garden, because it's just a waste of time, because it's like it's for the birds. I never get to see the blueberries, because by the time I come out there to see the blueberries, they're gone. As soon as they start turning purple, it doesn't matter the color, the birds eat them down. I never get to see the blueberries, so it's like at this point I'm growing them for the birds. The birds already eat a lot of the grapes, which I'm totally fine with because the grapes are in abundance. I think I'm going to remove the blueberry plant and actually sell it, because I've had it for a couple of years. If I remove it, I'm able to have like that space where the blueberry plant was. Or maybe I should grow it in a container. Maybe I'll transfer it into a container this year and instead of selling it, but we'll see. But blueberry is definitely something that is in my garden that's going to grow regardless. And then last but not least, I plan on growing more flowers this year, but I want to grow flowers that I can use for teas, things like hibiscus. The only issue with hibiscus is that it is like one of those viney type of flowers as well, but hibiscus is one of my favorite teas, so I would love to grow hibiscus. So you know what, maybe I will be using one of my Vego Garden products to grow my hibiscus plant in. We'll see. When we get to the unboxing of the Vego Garden gifts that they sent me, we'll see what I will grow in some of them. But that's actually an idea that I'm thinking of, probably growing my hibiscus in. But I would love to grow hibiscus and just other flowers, things like chamomile. I love chamomile. I already grow lavender. I want to grow more lavender. So I want to grow more things that I could use for teas and actually have our own teas instead of purchasing it from the grocery store, because I just watched something about teas and now it's like, oh my God, can we eat anything in this country? Can we eat anything in this country? It's always something with something. And especially the teas that I drink, the brands that we drink. And I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm about to start growing my own flowers and herbs so that we can make our own teas. It is what it is at this point. So yes, y'all, those are all of the things that I will be growing in my garden. It's very possible that I will be adding something else. I don't know. Y'all know me. I don't know how to act, you know. As soon as I see something, I want to grow it. I might grow carrots this year, but we don't really eat carrots that much. So we'll see. Growing carrots is really good. If you want to aerate the soil, is really good for aerating the soil. I forgot. Last year, I also grew sunflower. I grew the mammoth sunflower. I have those seeds in my store as well. They're they're like the huge sunflower. Sunflower and carrots, they're really great to plant amongst your food. It helps aerate the soil and it helps the other vegetables grow. It creates like, you know, space pockets to help the roots of the other plants. So I might just be growing it for that purpose, but I'm definitely growing sunflower. Sunflower is something that I'm going to be growing every year. I love sunflower. It's one of my favorite flowers. It's beautiful. And then I love sunflower seeds, y'all. I love sunflower seeds. I did not eat the sunflower seeds from last year because I wanted to put them in my store for you guys, but this year I will be growing a ton of sunflowers so I can make my own roasted sunflower seeds. That's it, y'all. Those are all of the things that I plan on growing this year. And as I start the seeds, as I grow along the process, I will be documenting all of the process the same way I documented all of the process last year. So you guys will be going along with me. I hope you guys will be joining me on this journey. Now we're about to talk about some of the things that I will be using to grow all of the food. I grow my food in raised beds. Some of the things are growing in ground, but I don't really have a lot of in-ground space. So I like growing my food in raised beds. The difference between growing your food in ground and in raised beds or in containers is that when you grow it in containers and raised beds, you're the one that's providing all of the nutrients for that food. Whereas if it was grown in ground, the food get the nutrients from the ground provides. So we're gonna have to be providing all of the nutrients that the food needs, such as fertilizer, soil. I will have another video sharing with you guys the soil mix that I use and all of the things that I use to help make my food grow big and healthy. So stay tuned for that video. Just be mindful of that when you're growing your food in grow bags, containers, or raised beds. You are responsible for all of the nutrients that the food gets, so you have to pay attention to that just to make sure that your food grow big and healthy. That's why your big sis, Miss Yancy, is here to help you along that way so that you too can have an abundance in harvest. All of the things that I grew my food in, like the grow bags, the raised bed, I got a lot of them from Amazon and they are linked in my Amazon store, so go and take a look. One of the things that I really love that's in my garden that I grow my food in, and it is the baddie of the garden. That's where I grew my cantaloupes in, amongst flowers, herbs, and other things, is the Vego Garden raised bed. And this is the 9-in-1 raised bed, and I love that raised bed, and I would really love 2 more. So I will be getting 2 more raised bed of that size to put in my garden this year. And also I show you guys how to fill up those raised beds because it will require a lot of soil, but I show you guys some tricks and tips on how to fill up your raised bed without having to use so much soil. Okay, so I will link that video down below as well. And when I do get those raised beds, I will be showing you guys how I fill it up so you can save money also. So with that being said, y'all, we are done. I've shared with you guys all of the things that I'm growing this year. I've shared with you guys the tools and things that I will be using. Please let me know in the comments where you plan on growing this year and how you plan on growing it. And also let me know, are you a small space gardener? Let me know the space that you're growing in and some of your plants as well. All right, y'all, let's get started on our Vego Garden gifts. First of all, I want to thank Vego Garden for these gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you for my Christmas gifts. I cannot wait to open them, and I cannot wait to use them in my garden, and I cannot wait to share with you guys how I plan to use them in my garden. So let's come and unbox our Vego products, y'all. Let's see what they got us. Alrighty, y'all, so to support everything that I will be growing this year, I'm super excited that Vego Garden sent me these beautiful gifts. A quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. These are strictly gifts, so everything that I'm mentioning in here is not being sponsored. So this is going to get my honest opinion and my honest review of these products. I just wanted to come on here and just share what Vego Garden sent me. Remember all the brands that we manifested last year? Vego Garden was one of those brands that reached out to me, and I'm super excited because I really love their products. Y'all see the baddie in the garden, right? It is beautiful, and I do intend on purchasing more of their products. And I was super surprised when I came home and saw this beautiful box at my door. So let's go ahead and start unboxing and see what they are and see how I'm going to use them this year. Yay, thanks, Vego. Oh my gosh, y'all, so one of the things that Vego Garden sent me are, you know how I was saying that I want to grow more leafy greens this year, like the sweet potato greens and the collard greens. So they sent this seed packet and it said leafy greens kit. So let's open it and see all the greens that's in here. I'm super excited. I can't believe I don't have to buy it because I definitely was gonna go purchase some of these. And yes, because they sent this, now I have to grow them because I want to grow more leafy greens this year. I mentioned the greens that we will be growing this year, and now they have given me a reason to grow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lord have mercy. So I need 8 more containers to grow all of these. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Okay, and these are all organic. This is called tatsoi. I'm not sure what tatsoi is, but I can only imagine it's like an Asian vegetable. Butter crunch lettuce. These are my favorites. So they sent me some butter crunch lettuce. Ooh, arugula. So these are standard arugula. Bloomsdale spinach. Oh my gosh, they sent me spinach. I want to grow the regular spinach, but I cannot wait to grow this spinach as well, because this spinach, the leaves are bigger than the regular spinach. So I cannot wait to grow those. Super excited. So it's so amazing, right? We were just literally talking about the things that I want to grow. Some of those things are in this packet. They sent me the seeds for it. So now I really can't wait. And then this one is called salad bowl lettuce. Yes, yes, yes. Little gem lettuce. Ooh. I have lettuce already grown outside, even though it's filled with snow right now. But this year, your girl is trying to get healthy and, you know, fit. And y'all gonna come along that journey with me. So everything in here is what I need to be eating. So I'm so excited to send me these seeds, because I definitely were gonna be purchasing some of these. So I'm so excited. And now this right here, I'm really excited about, because I eat this a lot in my fall. And this is a grain that I really, really enjoy, and it's not bitter at all. So I'm really excited to grow this. I can't wait to see how they're gonna grow. So this is some bok choy. I love me some bok choy. I love the fact that it does not have like a, you know, like how some greens, like collard greens, it has like that bitter taste to it. The more bitter the greens are, the healthier it is, the more nutrients is in the green. So be mindful of that. The darker the green, the more nutrients it has. Ooh, mustard green. So I got some mustard seeds. And y'all, it's a lot of seeds in here. It's a lot of seeds. This is a lot of seeds. Thanks, Vego. All right, let's see. Oh, they sent me some cute little stickers. Thanks, Vego. All right, let's see what's in here. Ooh, ooh. Some grow lights, y'all. Let's see what they look like. And y'all know we need the grow light. I'm about to start my seeds next month, so this grow light will definitely be used. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we open it, y'all. We open it. Ooh. I've never seen grow lights like these before. Oh, wow. Look at this, y'all. Wow. I like this. When I set this up, when I start my seeds, I will show you guys how to set this up. Okay, okay. So it comes with this. Ooh, y'all look. So this is magnetic, and then I think this is like the sticky part. So you could like stick this under whatever table or whatever it is that you're using, like to host it, and then you could place your seed starting kit under it. I'm definitely probably gonna put this under my table, because y'all know I put a lot of grow lights under my table to grow my food. I'm starting my pepper seeds, so this will definitely be used for sure, because I think this is like the perfect size for like a seed starting tray. So thanks, Vego. The more grow lights, the better. All right, let's put that away. Got our grow lights, thank you. Okay. So what's next? It looks like a handbag. Let's see what's in here. I'm not sure what this is. This is so cute. I said it looked like a handbag. It's a mug, y'all. Look at how cute. You know what? Y'all did right. Y'all did right by me, Vego, because y'all must know I love tea. I don't drink coffee. I'm a tea drinker. And yes, I wake up every single morning, go into my garden, got my tea, and then get to work. Thanks, Vego. I love this mug. This is about to be my new favorite mug, y'all. I love this mug. Yeah, I thought it was like a mini planter, but it's a mug. I love it. Thanks, Vego. Y'all, I'm excited because, you know, during Christmas when you got kids, it's not about you no more, it's about the kids, right? Santa's only coming for the kids. So I was really excited to see these gifts, and then these are like things that I knew that I was gonna love because I'm a garden girl. Okay, all right, let's see. What's this? Easy microgreen planter. Look at this, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can use some of these greens that they send me, some of the seeds that they send me. I'm gonna grow them in here. Man, this thing, their packages, they packaged this really well, y'all. It's like, it's packaged really well. Ain't nothing breaking. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's the manual. All right. And it's 2 of them. Oh wow. OMG. Alright. I think that's the base. The grow mat. Ooh, look at the grow mat. So the grow mats. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. This right here, you guys are probably gonna get a video sooner or later of me growing some of my greens in here. I might grow some of those mixed salad greens in here. Oh wow. So it's two of them, y'all. It's 2 of them. And I will be using my grow lights that they sent me on these. Oh wow. Here they are, y'all. Yep. That grow light will grow perfect on top of this. Even on both of them. Wow. This is cool, y'all. This is really cool. This can be used indoors. OMG. I can't wait to use it. Thanks, Vego. Oh. Okay. Love it. Alright, let's now get to the grand finale. I already know what I'm gonna use with this. There are 2 things I want to use with this. I think I'm gonna need another one of these. But here it is. It is the self-watering tomato trellis. Self-watering rolling tomato planter with pots and with the trellis. So it comes with a pot and it comes with the trellis. That's exciting. This is what I was telling you guys that I'm definitely going to be using, especially for my sweet potato leaves, because the sweet potato leaves are viney and they need something to grow on. This is going to be perfect, as well as the hibiscus. Now the hibiscus is definitely viney as well, so I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna grow, and it's either gonna be the sweet potato leaves or it's gonna be the hibiscus, or I'm just gonna have to get another one of these because this is just perfect. I don't need anything super big, and this is perfect. This is what it looks like. Let's open it and see. All right. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this, for sure. This is a really big box. This is what it's gonna look like when it's finally put together. So it has like the pot, it has the flower pot, and then on top it's gonna be the trellis. That's the reason why I think this is going to be perfect for my sweet potato leaves and for my hibiscus plant. This is great for like a viney plant. This is a tomato planter that has a trellis. It's perfect for tomatoes, especially the indeterminate tomatoes. I grow indeterminate tomatoes, so I already know how they vine. They need support. You can grow this with any tomato, but especially the indeterminate tomatoes, like having that trellis is so important. And y'all already know I grow my tomatoes on a trellis because they vine. I grow indeterminate tomatoes, and yeah, they grow, they continue to grow until the season is over. So if you're growing tomatoes, indeterminate tomatoes, totally, this is gonna be a great buy for you, especially if you're just growing one plant. This is a great buy for you. But because I have trellises for my tomatoes, I'm gonna utilize this for my sweet potato leaves or for my hibiscus flower. But I'm leaning more towards my sweet potato leaves, so I think that's what I'm gonna grow in here. This is just too perfect not to use it for it. And it's gonna be such a beautiful planter because it's gonna be like a little beautiful flower wall. So I'm really excited about that, and I think I'm gonna get another one for my hibiscus flower. Whoa. Start planting today. Start your planting journey. Yes, ma'am. So this is what it looks like in the box. All right, it comes with a planter. The planter is pretty big. This is a great size, actually. Ooh, whoa.
That looks big.
Wow, look at this. This is big. This is pretty big. What is this? I think this is something for the water or something. Alrighty, so this is the planter. As you guys can see, this is a pretty big planter, y'all. This is pretty big. Seeing how big this is, now I'm feeling like I have other plants for it that I want to use for it. Because the sweet potato leaves, I wasn't even going to use like this big of a planter. This is a great planter. This is nice. This is quality, baby. Quality. Look at this. This is quality. And then it's also self-watering. That's why this come out. This is how big the inside looks. So this is the size of the actual planter. This looks like a 10 to 15 gallon. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's giving like 10 gallon. But it's self-watering, which is pretty cool. You can totally put this on like your balcony or anything like that, and you can control the water depending on what it is that you're growing. So I love that. I love that. So these are the parts right here. I don't want to take them out, but it comes with the curved poles. It comes with the poles, the connector, and then it has the wheel for the water gauge. It's right here. It has the water gauge, and then these are all of the things that's in here, but yep, they're all in here. All right. Room to grow, yes sir. Ooh, I love this. So what I love about Vego Garden is that they have like videos to help you assemble your products, because I am the queen of going on YouTube to see how to fix something and see how to assemble stuff. So I love the fact that they have their own assembly videos. So they have like their website right here where you can go and assemble. It will teach you how to assemble this piece, and I will be going there to learn how to do it so I don't break it, and so I can make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. OMG, y'all, are y'all ready for garden season? Oh, what in the what? Uh-oh. I'm going to put this back in the box until it's time for me to use it. Pretty big though. This is nice, man. This is really nice. This is probably my favorite item here because it's just so versatile. And if you're just growing 1 or 2 tomato plants, you can totally get like 1 or 2 of these and grow your tomatoes in them. And I think this is a great planter. I cannot wait to put it together. But you know your girl ain't growing tomatoes in here, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I want another one. I think I want another one of these. I definitely want another one. Alrighty, Vego, thank you so much for my beautiful gifts. I am super excited. I cannot wait to use them, and y'all already see how I'm about to use them, right? Especially this right here. I am definitely going to be using that for my sweet potato leaves. The grow lights will be used next month when I start my seeds. And all of the things that you guys send me, my mug will be used tomorrow when I'm drinking my tea. Thank you. And yes, all my beautiful seeds, thank you so much, Vego. I appreciate it. And you guys, remember, if you like any of the products that I just showed you today, I am a Vego affiliate, which is one of the reasons why I was blessed to even get some of these gifts. And they have blessed me with a affiliate link and a discount code for you guys if you're interested in any of their products. And I stand by their products. They are quality, okay? I'm not bringing any kind of mess to y'all. They're quality, y'all. So I have all the links in the description of this video if you would like to purchase anything from Vego Garden. Of course, you will be supporting your girl if you use my affiliate link, because I do get a small percentage of whatever it is that you may purchase. But y'all know I have to come with y'all with a discount code, right? Y'all not just gonna be buying stuff without a discount now. So Vego Garden was wonderful enough to give me a discount code for my subscribers to take $10 off anything that you purchase on their website, and the code is MYN10, like Miss Yancy Network 10. So it's MYN10, all capitalized. You can get $10 off anything that you purchase from the store. Even if it is on sale, you will get that additional $10 off, okay? When I promise you guys, y'all gonna love their products. Y'all see the baddie in the garden, right? Y'all see the baddie in the garden? I love that bed, and I do intend to get 2 more for my garden. So thank you, Vego. And for those of you guys that have purchased from Vego, can y'all let us know in the comments how you feel about your Vego products that you purchased using my discount code, okay? On top of that, I have a ton of tools and supplies that I stand by, that I use in my garden, that I purchased from Amazon. So I created an Amazon store to list all of those there for some of you guys that are interested or was wondering where to find some of those things. I have them listed in my store, and you using any of those links in the description of my video, you are supporting my channel in some type of way. So I want to say thank you. Now, last but not least, yo, I already said it 50 million times throughout this video, all of the seeds that I grew in my garden last year, all of the plants I grew in my garden last year, I have all the seeds on my Etsy store. The link is also in the description of this video. And I'm gonna say it one more time, we're starting our pepper seeds after Valentine's Day. And if you live in one of those super cold states where your winter is longer than your summer, trust me, you want to make sure that you start your seeds with me, especially peppers. Peppers has a very long growing season. It has a long time to get to fruit. So you want to be able to jumpstart those seeds as early as possible to give it a longer growing time. So when you do transplant them into your raised beds or in the ground or wherever, they will start producing within a month. And that's the reason why I start my seeds early, because I like to see my peppers coming in the summertime. I like to harvest in the summer, not just fall. Fall is the ultimate harvest season, but I like to harvest also in summer because I want to use fresh produce in the summer as well. So if you want to be like me and also harvest your peppers in the summertime, you're going to be starting your seeds with me after Valentine's Day. Okay, that's it, y'all. I hope you guys have subscribed to all of the channels that I mentioned. Remember, we have Miss Yancy Garden now, we have Miss Yancy's Kitchen, and all of the things, okay? All of the networks, all of the IGs, all of the things, okay? I need you guys to please go and follow me on Instagram, because your girl have to diversify her platforms just in case something go down. I was on TikTok, and TikTok pissed me off with their new terms and condition, so I don't foresee myself being on that platform for long. So I am back on the other platforms, but y'all know YouTube is my main platform. But in case anything happens, I want you guys to be able to reach me on other platforms. As always, thank you guys for supporting me and being here today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I cannot wait to see in the comments what you guys plan on growing this year. I cannot wait to see your comments about some of the purchases that you made from Vego Garden, how your experience was last year. I cannot wait to see all of your comments about what you want from me this year as far as posting content wise. So let me know in the comments what you guys want me to post for y'all. What do you guys want to learn? Okay, drop that in the comments and I'll catch you guys in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've already liked this video. If you haven't, please go ahead and like it, and if you are not subscribed, click the subscription button, okay, because your girl's trying to get to 20K this year. Please help me achieve my goal of reaching 20K this year. Share the video with everybody that you know may love or want to start their gardening journey as well. All right, I love you guys. It's been amazing. I really enjoyed talking to you guys today, and yes, garden season about to start. All right, catch you guys on the next one. Remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy gardening. All right, love you guys. Bye, y'all.
Remember, y'all, if you're looking for organic heirloom seeds, go ahead in the description of this video and grab your pack of seeds in my Etsy store and get your garden popping. Bye, y'all. Happy gardening. Their luxurious body butter is packed with all natural skin-loving ingredients such as cocoa butter, coconut oil, shea butter, vitamin E oil, and baobab oil. Whipped to perfection, it is lightly made to be easily absorbed into the skin without clogging your pores. This body butter is free of parabens, sulfates, and synthetic fragrances. Your new bestie.